only crypto show with fangs.
Whale in the deep, dumping at the peak. By the rumor, sell the news, make the news freak. Spoofing orders, walls on the screen. Pump the alt, then rug the dream. FOMO's the bait, panic's the hook. They're playing chess, we're reading the book. They flash the cash, we chase the spark. But in the end, they own the dark. Whale games, jumping in the dark. Riding the waves, leaving them all. Watch trader volume, fake green. Screw from the biz, clean to me. Stop loss hunt, sniping the low. While we hold or they steal the show. They're the sharks with the fish in the tank. We're wrong, warrior, euphoria sank. They flash the cash, we chase the spark. But in the end, they own the dark. Whale games, jumping in the dark. Riding the waves, leaving them all. Whale games, live at the drop. Moves get right, we'll never stop. Kings of the chain, we're the pawns in the game. But one day we'll flip it, call it day. Flip it. Whale games, jumping in the dark. Riding the waves, leaving them all. Breathing thin air, mom's on the couch saying, boy, get a job. But the chart's my religion and I'm dodging the saw.
Bull run blues hit hard when the moon turned black. Dreamed of a Lambo, now I'm pushing the pack. Family's asking why I'm glued to the screen. Crypto was a ticket, now it's tearing the scene.
Sleepless nights staring, red candles.
Dang it, Sean. Why are you always blaming me? I thought it was part of the song. Sounded good to me. I liked it.
What's up, Sean? Friends calling nonsense, say I'm chasing a ghost, but the dream's still breathing even when I'm toast. And the years a graveyard, but I'm digging the plot. One more trade,
one more shot. The dark don't last, like cracks through the crack. I'll rise from the ashes, get my family back. Get my family back. Bull run blues hit hard when the moon turned black. Dreamed of a Lambo, now I'm pushing the pack. Family's asking why I'm glued to the screen. Crypto was a ticket, now it's tearing the scene. Bull run blues hit hard when the moon turned black. Dreamed of a Lambo, now I'm pushing the pack. Family's asking why I'm glued to the screen. Crypto was a ticket, now it's tearing the scene. Chasing that high, grease my poison, watch my dream fly by. Stooping, move, stacking like a bad trip. Spin, overdosed on all coins, where do I begin? With the market laughing, feel the crash come down. altcoin overdose. Pull my bag with memes. Thought I was clever. Greed whispered sweet, but it lasted never. Bought the top like a fool in the haze. Altcoin overdose, lost in the maze. Stupid FOMO hits, chasing every gleam. Grease my drugs, shattering the dream from moonshot hopes to the floor's cold bite. Overdose on altcoins, no end in sight. The high's a lie, the crash is real. Grease a thief, stealing every deal. Stupid spin, let the lesson sink. Overdose on altcoins, time to rethink. I overdosed on altcoins, chasing that high. Breathe my poison, watch my dreams fly by. Stupid moves, stack it like a bad trip.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me for the cowbell ceremony. Just a little thing we do nightly. Clear the air, clear the vibrations. Just to put a little positivity into our life, because all we really need when things are going wrong is just a little cowbell. And a lot of Jesus works every time.
Ignore the red flags, greed had me tripping. Now my bag's in rags. Stupid scams calling, FOMO's cruel game. Altcoin overdose.
Thank you for your participation. We may now continue with the program.
Trip spin, let the wisdom kick. Overdose on altcoins, time to get slick. I overdosed on altcoins, chasing that high. Breathe my poison, watch my dreams fly by. Stupid moves stacking.
Well, welcome to the Crypto Bowl, the Bitcoin Bowl, where we are watching Bitcoin struggle against the bears. It's been a rough day for Bitcoin, mostly going sideways. When people called for it to go up or called for it to go down, Bitcoin said, nay, I'm going to hold the sidelines. And it's been standing here at a standoff with the bears all day. What does this mean? Frank, what do you think about this? Yeah, go team. Well, thank you, Frank, for that exciting insight right there. Just really gets to the heart of the matter. Really captures the sentiment of the moment. The enthusiasm is just viral. Perhaps we should continue on to our regular scheduled program, the Road Dog Crypto. Hold on just one moment. We will take you there.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Whoa, what is that on my screen? All the spaghetti stripes over here. This is crazy talk. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. I'm your host with some of the host. However that goes. Something's missing here. What is wrong with what's going on with this today? Oh, we got some. Oh, we're mellow. I don't know if the music's fitting. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It take me just a few minutes to undo a few things that Sean was doing. We need a little. How about some slushy music? Oh, let's start it out this way, a little fun way. Hey, good to have you here. 24-minute Bitcoin chart. That seems to be where we're opening up at. Well, sure, okay, I'll go with that. Trend line, which was a questionable trend line because we didn't have any touches. Kind of really lost the big trend line a while back. We're just sitting there, just watching it, following it, and I'm tired of doing that. This was the main trend line. We came up, did a bearish retest of that area. 200 moving average on this particular chart. Just really nailed it for a reversal there. Oh, snappage. I think when we last left off, we were following a trend line idea here, and I drew the little dotted line as the little wiggle room, and it held that very well until it didn't. And then we're just like wash, rinse, and repeat over here, mostly for sideways motion for Bitcoin. Just trying to figure out what are you going to do? I want a trend line. And this is going to have to make me guesstimate for one, because I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of putting my trust into what it's saying. This might be it. This might be a new one. This might hold. And I'm done with you. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what I think you're going to do. Not always the smartest choice there, but what else choice do I have right here? I'm going to be respecting this angle right here on those candle bodies. I'm going to take this little guy and I'm going to put it right down here, and I'm going to say, Boom shakalaka. Yeah, now I got something I can work with a little bit better here. I've got me a channel, and you're approaching my trend line, and I want to see you have a reaction here, or have you already? Technically, you haven't touched what I drew here. Maybe if I can squeeze it up to the very bottom, that candle body. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Squint your eyes and cross your fingers and click your heels 3 times, and maybe it will work for us, ladies and gentlemen. Candle bodies to candle bodies on the top give us a nice little resistance line right there that we got to break. Oh, that looks like all the other red lines we got on here. You are correct. I can't see it either. I love my moving averages, but man, sometimes they are there and just look, they clutter up my screens. But hey, they tell me stuff, so I can't dare depart with them. I like to see what's going on right now. These bigger moving averages are telling me things are still pretty good. We can come back up here to our target that I'm still waiting for us to come back up to. About 111, 400-ish, and hopefully, maybe, kind of, sort of, if we say our prayers right at night, maybe we'll get 112, 471 out of this, maybe. You know, if this channel idea is going to be true. You know, it's not... Well, it is a valid pattern. If we got more than 3 touches on one side and 2 on the other, it is valid. And unlock the ideas. I'm seeing correspondence here with nice little, not exactly a midline right there, but you can definitely see that you got some resonance here with these angles. And, well, shucks. Why not use that to our advantage is what I'm saying. Can you help a turkey out? That's all I'm saying. So Bitcoin going sideways and possibly up, trying to recover some ground here. Will we have a CME gap to fill on Monday or whenever they decide to do it? Probably, yeah, sort of, maybe, I don't know. It's at this point, it's like, gosh darn it, Bitcoin, just do something. Just rip the Band-Aid off, or then whichever way, I don't know. Gush to the upside, gush to the downside. There's going to be blood on one side either way. Look at you on this little 24-minute. Let's come down to the 6-minute. You doing funky on me right now. Oh my God, it's crazy. It must know when the turkey's streaming to know when to go up. Yeah. Now I sound like every other stupid YouTuber. Well, it knows when I'm going to stream, so it's going to go up. Here we go, man. Some resistance up ahead, about 110, 300. Thank you guys for hanging out. 15 people here with me right now. We'll come over and say hi. First thing I want to do, though, is take a look at the market here. What's going on over here, man? With these altcoins, man, I mean, some are doing good. Some are doing kind of, I don't know. Look at Dash, $72. Remember Dash? I remember Dash. I remember talking about it several weeks ago before it was as loved. Now, Virtual... You're pissing me off, Virtual. That one got away from me. All right, and I'm pissed about it, so I'm biased. So I'm not going to give you a good... We'll do our best. And ICP's catching some traction over here. Well, look at you. Oh, my gosh. Well, the little Boyer coin right there, ICP, is $3.41 again. It's like, now that we crashed it and nobody wanted it, now we want it now. Litecoin's hanging out at $100. We got Benjamin Franklin Litecoin at the right now, just our stable $100. That wouldn't be bad for you to hang out there. Things are looking kind of interesting. And poor little Filecoin, well, up 20 cents from where it was yesterday at 152. Oh, Filecoin, that boomer coin? I don't know, man. May surprise you at some point. Zcash did. What about Horizon? Yeah. Some of these with those better tokenomics, that's kind of what we want to look at, and that's what I used to, when we were looking at them earlier, but when nobody else wanted them, was one of the things that I drove home. Look at the tokenomics. Look at the maximum supply. It's only 21 million. If Bitcoin can go that crazy with 21 million, then these can make some good ways too. They can get the the exponential returns that we're looking for in this crypto space that all the other coins seem to be not really sharing with us right now. You feel me? You feel me? Because I feel a lot on some of these other coins, with the ones with the billions of coins. If you get over 1 billion, I'm starting to back. I just kind of, I'll look at you, but you got to have a really good thing to draw me in. And even then, it may not be. Don't expect to be long term. But anything around $1 billion, now that in today's standards, since they kind of skewed all that, is pretty decent, right? Back in the old day, they weren't all crazy with how many coins that they could produce and everything, but then they started just getting crazier and crazier, and now we got 420 trillion for some of these things. You're like, oh my God. But just because you got more zeros doesn't mean that it's that bad. It just makes it easier to hide how that they're leaking things out and dumping on you. That's what it is. Those zeros hide the unlocks a lot better than something dropping from $72 to $55. You would notice that. But if something drops, you know, 0.0005. Just a bad day, maybe. I don't know. I'm still waiting for. Yeah. It's a nice little camouflage, my personal opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? Let me come over and say hello to the 18 people that happen to be here right now. I did put out a video this morning in the membership section. It was an update and went over my iTrust account. I'm trying to add some more content over there. And that was a perfect opportunity for me to do that and show that the moves I did, because I sold out of a few things and switched a few little things around from some profit that I took back in earlier October. Looks like those accounts that you don't play with all the time do better. Oh, shut up. Anyway, saying hello to everybody over here. We got Strega. How's it going, Strega? Good to see you, my man. Gator Squatch in the house. Gators first. I don't know how you do it. That's crazy. Chris Klein. We've also got Floki's Angels over here saying, "Hey, dog, I love your show." And I love that comment. It's so awesome. Yeah. Chris says, "I really kind of hope that they're heading down, to be honest. We'll see." What? What'd you say? There's, I just wish we'd just do whatever we're going to do, man. Let's get it over with, because being a year and a half after the happening, it's kind of a little disappointment. Not so much as, I mean, really, though, Bitcoin it's okay. You'd expect it to have a little bit more ump to the upside, I guess. I think it's coming. But if there was going to be, if you had a way to control this market, and you know the real way to really make your money is to bamboozle everybody that's in it. We've been sold on this narrative to wait for this October. Didn't happen. I think the smart money is a lot smarter than we're giving them credit for. And I'm just curious to see what the similarities and the differences are, right? And now that we didn't get October, and they know that they got in their heads, what's it going to be like here in November? Now, typically, about the second week of November, the first and second week, things start straightening out. So I would expect, if things are going to be anything like what they have been, we should start seeing a turnaround in the next 3, 4, 5 days and start seeing some more positive activity. And we don't see that, then, or any signs of that. And I need them to be authentic with some volume behind it, and not just the market makers pulling up on their ask. And getting draw the bidders to try to chase it up. That's not what we want to see. We got Joe from Trade Intuition. How's it going, Joe? I see you here. I'm scrolling through here. Squirrel! Just getting ready. Joe's fellow YouTuber over here streaming, and he streamed at 9 p.m. tonight. I think he's changed his stream time to 9 p.m. That should be a pretty... I would do it if I could make sure I could be consistent at it, but my life kind of gets in the way a lot around that time. So a little bit later works for me, which keeps me up all night. Yay! But Joe's streaming, I think 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time now, and then should be over here. And bonus random morning streams, so have your notification bell set. I lost everybody. Where did you go? And then I got an extra group over here. What happened there? Which one are you? All right, here we go. Let me come all the way down here. Let me put up. We've been going for what, 19 minutes, so I'm still doing good. We went over Bitcoin. We went over the indices basically. I might take another quick look at those. We'll start getting into some of these coins. I'm going to go through some. I think Gator's got a gem pick. We'll take a look at that, and I will put my marker up, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to get to all your coins tonight, okay? Tomorrow's Sunday, and I got to get up early and take my little girl to Sunday school. All right, so we got the Coin request video. Coin request marker up there. All right, let's take a look at. I'm going to jump into some altcoins. I'll come back and check on that. Let's take a look at some things. Hey, do you remember this guy that everybody was chasing for a couple of weeks? COAI? Yeah, it's down at $1.38 now. Am I telling you to buy it? No, not necessarily, because it's a Binance Smart Chain project, and most of they might have been played out over here. So I've still got some of this, and I'm kind of stuck in it right now at the moment. Maybe it turns into something. But if I'm going to look for a place, maybe she'll come back and get up. But there's some red flags on the project. It seems to be anonymous teams and all the typical things that are kind of common on the Binance chain. For those of you who don't know, last cycle, since Ethereum was so cost prohibitive to use, people really took off for Binance. Binance was really hot, and a lot of new projects formed over there. And then you started getting a bunch of scam stuff over there and vaporware. It's kind of similar to what you kind of saw earlier on Solana too. And then after a while you got, well, it's on Binance, so is it worth anything or not? Or is it just going to rug or be played or something? And that's kind of my sentiment toward a lot of Binance coins and projects that start on Binance. Sad to say, they earned that reputation by, I guess allowing all that to go on, or at least, I don't know. So we're below some areas that I really want to see you in. So I got to take a different measurement here. What's the Fibonacci's for COAI? Well, I'll get to some of the. Some people might be caught up in this one, like I am. It does look. No, say it's not so. All right. Well, I'm just. Maybe I shouldn't even say. You might 5 cents. Please don't tell me you're going to 5 cents. Going all the way back. Tell me that ain't true. It's a possibility, though. We're going to have to keep this on the 6-hour chart. Man. Promising things we got is a big thick cloud. Maybe that's enough to get us back into these areas here, man. But ooh, I'm not liking what I'm seeing here on COAI. Like, she might want to keep going down. You think, how much further could she go down? But remember where she came from. Came from 0 and went all the way up to $20. There were 3 areas here where a lot of people made a lot of money right there, and they got done with it and didn't need this coin anymore. And you lost the trend line there. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, COAI, maybe DOA, dead on arrival. I don't know. I hate to be negative about it, but she ain't looking too happy there. Let's take a look at something that does look kind of cool right now, and that is Dash over here. And it's at $73. What? That's crazy talk. When it was like 40 and what? Nobody loved it. That wasn't bad for it over here. I know it probably looks suspect when she lost her trend line right here. I would have brought attention to that. And then we would have come down like this idea. See it try to pull that on us again, but then get back in it. Man. That's a nice one right there. Following that breakout, retested that idea, even if you don't seeing it that way. Just having these 2 lines here and doing the old symmetrical triangle, you would have had a breakout to follow there. There's plenty of ways you can look at this to find your entries or find something as something that is starting to show some movement there to get your entry in. But right now we're at the resistance area. We've been there for a while trying to fight through it. Might we get past it? Got a higher high there. Did we get over this guy? Did you get over that guy? Did you get over 78? I can't see because you got too much stuff on here. Don't believe we did. We still could push up. Now if we go to our second target here at $79, that would take that guy out, but we may come back and just chill out a little bit as people take their profits, and then maybe buy it back at $40 somewhere through there. Maybe, or maybe it does just to break his happy ass out. But all these little scallop patterns here, usually we might get another chance just to come down just a little bit, okay? So if you're not in this, you don't have to really chase. And if you are going to chase, well, then wait till it gets over $80 and buy in like with the other big boys that'll be waiting for that level to be broken. It's risky as hell there too, but at least you know it's already made it past 80 and has a chance for something, break a level to hold. Yep, that's what we got right there for Dash Lodi. Here on the 4 hour, man, looking crazy. Look at that. There's not tape profits there. I don't know what to say. I think we might have something over here. Oh, cool. Who is this? I need to do this more often. Hey, you, MG has got to, oh, look at that, 89% gains there. What's this, LP Lipe? That's one we're looking at, Lipe here. That one's getting some attention right now. This was me getting in on Dash. Average enter is 56, and that was when I took some profits right here around once is at 71. And where are we at right now? 74. So I'm still in the game. Stop losses got them all moved up. I think mine's about 68. 67 or 68 is where I got my stop loss in case she does come down, and well, you took me out and I got my profit I've taken here and the stop loss profit, and we'll be content with that. Don't have to nail the maximum. Don't have to wring out every last little penny on these trades. Matter of fact, the more you try to do that, the less things work in your favor, it seems. Or they're just phrasing in my favor. Jim Derringer, thank you so much for hanging out. It's always a pleasure to see you, Jim. And Bitcoin versus the bonds, 10-year bonds, and SPX versus gold, risk on versus risk off. Charts will auto-fill on enter. All right, let me park you over here, and let's try that. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel, and let's look and see what we can learn from this. We got Bitcoin and US 10-year. All right, so is there a way that I can... They used to make this easy to where we could add this over to our watch list, and now it's like, what the hell? It's hard to, can I do it over here? Nope. Oh, something said AI there. I need to go back and look at that. Maybe if I put you here. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, I run across it every once in a while, but is it can it be this? Ah, shoot. All right, I was trying to add this to the watch list. All right, so Bitcoin against the 10-year yield, and let's zoom out here on the weekly. So against the bonds, I like to always start out with my trend lines. I'm going to get this one. We're technically kind of skipping a really shallow one there. Be nice if my computer cooperated with me here, wouldn't it? And I'm going to go to body. So we got a basic trend line set up there. Horizontal resistance, I do it with Fibonacci's rather than eyeball it, because my eyeballs have just lied to me so many times, or I've looked at the high points or the low points and wonder, why didn't they go to that mark? But yet it really respects the Fibonacci. So we're finding some resistance that are 618, and that's normal. That's normal. We do have this juicy little area here that we'd like to see us get back to 707. If we're looking, is this a bond winning against Bitcoin though? I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. I'm not really sure which ones I'm supposed to be rooting for here, but so far this is pretty strong trend that this one's on. Somehow I don't feel that this one's going in Bitcoin's favor, Jim. Am I correct on that? Or at least at the... So nice strong trend. Looks pretty strong now. Maybe close to the end for for a little pullback. What are you seeing, Elliot? Oh my God, what are you counting, Elliot? See, oh here we go. Now you're I guess we're really you're starting counts here. All right, whatever. Yeah, that thinks that we are in an ABC correction. I was looking for an ABC correction to happen here at the resistance, and I guess I'll go with his interpretation of how this is going to play out, but it could be coming down here. Jim says, yeah, price action is to the upside is flows into Bitcoin. Price action to the downside is flows into bonds. Okay, so we're looking like they're getting a little bondy right now. If we're getting a little pullback here at the 618, that makes sense. Okay. All right, Elliot, let's get you off. Go take a break, Elliot. Take a break. We don't need you. Well, look at that shoulder, head and shoulder to the downside. That's all over for this asset. You do have a head and shoulders there, with a lower shoulder than this one over there. That's one of the main things I look at. It's not the prettiest head and shoulders, but it does look like it is trying to complete here. Break a trend line. That's one idea. Basically, just takes us right back down to this trend line area here when we zoomed out. 479 billion could be happening here. Retest of 360 moving average again. We did test it over here. I don't know that we necessarily need to do it again. I mean, we tested it here, but we were beneath it. So the next time we tested it, we bounced off of it, basically. I don't know that we necessarily need to do that. It makes me want to look at that 200 moving average here for support. So I'm going to see if I can find some confluence for that little booger. Have we got something like a 382 Fibonacci? You all say it can't be. Oh, wow, that's just wild. Well, that head and shoulders may not meet its full measure move here. If this idea works out, and this is what we'd want to see if we want the Bitcoin part to, I guess, to continue up. For this to continue up and be favorable for Bitcoin, that is exactly what we need. Man, I just erased that. However, we need to put that 0.5 in there. Don't forget about the 0.5. That was the one that's coming in close to the 360. So they are both on the table. Whether we're looking at this moving average wise or our fib strategy, they are both on the table right here. But we really want to see this one if we're going to do something cool, because that's the one that can give us the nice little move up to. I keep putting my fib away, so I'll just take the measure move and get it up here. We'll take it up to our 1618 area. How do you know that's the 1618 area? I guess that means I gotta pull out my stuff again. I mean, yeah. Guess you tighten that in, and okay, cool, and we already got this one right here too. All right, yeah, those are the two main areas I'd be looking for upside if we get an A equals B, A B equals CD play here. It's just basically a one-to-one move. How it works. We play them a lot here. They seem to be nice when they kick in. So that's what we're looking for. If we don't bounce from here, then that invalidates that idea for right now. It might be something else. All right, so we looked at that, and the other one I think we're looking at is, I didn't write it down, so shame on me. Let's see. Jim says Bitcoin. This chart here had really nice signals the last two cycles. December 20th, February to May, November. I can't resist drawing a good trend line. I just had to do it. I guess I just gotta get a little bit more familiar with it. I see some. What is that? Why are you crossing bearish there? That's interesting. It looks strong. Let's take a look at the. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Standard & Poor versus gold. Risk on versus risk off. So let's take a look at the SPX to gold. Oh, we've looked at this before apparently. And here on the weekly even. Okay. Well, let's tighten up our trend line here. Depends on how you go to bodies more than wicks. We can take it to the wick. Taking it to the wick, we can see where we perfectly retested that idea. Looks like we saw that idea before over here, seeing what it could do. That it was at a make or break moment, and I guess we haven't looked at it since then when it was up here, and it looks like it chose the downside. But is this a double bottom? Because it did make a higher low here, so we caught something over here. This area is being support. Is it going to be enough to get us back in here, or was it enough to help us establish a more mature trend line that maybe has a channel idea? Let's see if we got some correspondence with the confidence with these angles over here, and I would say that we do. I got 2 touches on one side, and I got 1, 2, technically 3 touches on the other right here. You know, some bodies and 2 wicks. Stretch this on out, and it looks like we might even nab that, or we got a support resistance area between support and resistance, and it looks like this little nodule, this little hiccup area right here. I'm not going to dare touch my line because it would do, but it looks like we can get that one. So I think we've got a channel here for this one, which means that we're at the bottom of it, so it should go up. Now this was why this was risk on versus risk off assets, so it looks like risk on will start winning, if I'm reading that right. Jim, am I correct on that? So does that mean it's over for gold? Or there's just outperformance. Risk will be outperforming gold. I don't know if I need to sell my gold. Why would you want to sell your gold? Because that Atlas, 3-eye Atlas might be full of gold. I don't know. Jeez. That 3-eye Atlas stuff is supposed to be happening kind of around here any time now, right? And over these next few days, we should start hearing something about that. Whether we got some kind of alien invasion coming that's going to make us slaves for whatever, to the little grays or something. That will say, yes, master. Or they're going to take our kidneys and serve them with fava beans and Chianti or something like that. I don't know. I'm curious to see how that plays out. Until then, you know, there's nothing that will give you this, you know, some nice, nice calmness, or, well, I don't know, maybe not calm. You know, but you know, if you like the feeling of being wired and everything, maybe you just need some good ass coffee.
Coffee, the coffee that's good and ass at the same time.
Good ass coffee. Yeah, we can be your Sparrow sponsor too, I'm just saying. Until then, we're still on the hell out of good ass coffee. I'm scrolling down here on the chat right now. Support this 100% crowdfunding show and get a good and easy to use hardware wallet code dog. That is correct. I haven't went over here in a while, man. The Tangem. See if they got any special deals going on here. They got free shipping on the second set, 50% off. 2-card set, 3-card set. I want them to do like a 10-card set, because that would give you options, because you can program whichever ones you want to go. You have a 2-card wallet or a 3-card wallet if you want one, right? If you add 10, yeah, you could have up to between 3 to 5 wallets right there. I think that's what you need to do. You need to hire me to be your anyway. Tangent wallets. All the cool kids got them, and turkeys too. All right, so let me come back to the chat here. Kelly, doesn't the SPX gold bounce just mean that the SPY will be outperforming gold, but the gold could keep going? Yeah, it does. Yeah, and I think I talked on that. Of course, we're on a big delay. I don't know how much the delay is, but between when I talk and you guys hear it, it's been growing lately. I hope they get all this internet stuff. My internet quality is on the streams has been suffering lately. Hopefully, I don't think it's here at the house though. I think it's just kind of local or something. Ave says, I made that slogan good ass at the same time. So proud of myself. You did a great job, Ave. Give you credit where credit is due. Yes, sir. Hey, dog, if you have a chance, could you take a look at ARB? ARB. We'll do that. Let me go ahead and continue with the few little coins I just want to take a look at here. We looked at Dash. I want to take a look at Virtual. We'll do this very quickly. Virtuals. What happened? What the hell? Oh, stocks. What? That chart looked weird. Okay. Thought I messed up a setting over here or something. Oh, I'm on the weekly chart too. That's not degen. Oh, look, you're right up to our target area that you cheated me out of back here in October 27th. Yeah, made me look stupid, huh? Yeah. Oh, now you come back and then you go. Yeah, I see how you're doing. I'm pissed at virtuals right now. I'm pissed at virtuals with all this bull crap at going to 26 cents and wiping out all my position. Apparently I lost that one. And then by the time I figure it out that it's gone, she's already broke out of her falling wedgie and going to the upside. And now she's going past her target, and I'm upset. I'm upset about this one. It stuck here at this area for the longest and wouldn't do a damn thing. And all of a sudden, now it's got energy just to go to the moon. I mean, come on now. Come on now. I'm so pissed, I'm going to wait for a pullback. I'm going to find you. I'm going to wait till you're dead on your ass again before I think about it. And even then, I might spit on your grave. Oh my gosh, we're having some hostility toward virtuals right now. I think I'm a little biased. Might not want to listen to my thoughts on virtuals. Now we can see what's going on with the TA. That's a good target that it just we nailed it. Whatever. So glad I could have been a part of it. So now we got a nice little trend line starting, right? The bottom here, bottom there. 1 hump, 2 hump, 3 hump, dump, so we can get some traction out of this one. Bigger targets at 339. I don't see that hidden. You better not, you little sneaky little bastard. I guess we're pulling our fib out again because, well, that's the best way to get our next target, but I keep taking them off the screen. So we're looking to go around $2.09 per virtual. Between there and 233 will be the little sweet spot, but we should start seeing some resistance, heavier resistance up there. From there, we could be pulling back a little bit, and then I can, maybe back to 150, something like that. 200 moving average is down here about 115, 150. All the bigger moving averages are still down here, so I foresee her coming up to the top and then doing her correction and coming back down a little bit. So there's still, if you're missed out on it, if you can be patient, and it's hard to do, especially if you've got Degen jeans like we do here, nice Degen jeans and Degen jackets and, Sydney Sweeney kind of vibes going on over here with these gorgeous eyes. I know. And look at my breast chins. Yeah, just like, yeah, do you see? Yeah. Sydney Sweeney and the turkey with the breast chin. Yeah, don't ask where my dingling's at. I still haven't found it yet. Closest one I got is my little cowbell. All right. So take a look at ICP because everybody else is looking at it right now saying, oh my God, what's this thing doing? Here it is on the 12-hour chart. Wow, you at 350? How far did you come down? $3? Well, somehow I thought that you were actually making a come up here. Oh, Snapdragons, yes. Yes, I'm Lord. I forgot about this on ICP. So this is a bullish harmonic pattern, man. All the way down to its 1618 of this B to C leg here. And falling wedgie on it. If you're looking at that, this is actually and a 272 fib where we're holding out. This one's got, it's got all my check boxes that this is a good area to build a bag of it. Still got resistance up ahead, but this pattern that says it's bullish, falling wedgie pattern says it's bullish, but it hasn't broken out yet. And besides, depends on where you want to squint your eyes and draw your lines on the trend line, right? I just went from wick to wick. I said, screw it, we're going to the extreme parameters. Yeah, I'm not going to fuss around with you. But ICP might be something. This is it on the weekly. Let's take a look at the indicator. Oh my gosh, what's this? Well, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. ICP will soon be on buyer. I don't know why. I don't know what's behind it. I don't know. That's probably because it got flushed out and they said, oh, hell, let's give it a shot. I don't know, but it looks like there's some money backing it right now and people looking at it right now, starting here on the weekly. So ICP, we're calling it going to be on a run. Hope it... Don't, oh my God, doesn't mean buy now, okay? That was the weekly chart. We gotta zoom in, baby. Coming here to the 4-hour for ICP. Because I'm a voyeur and I want to let you do your little nasty without closing that stall door. Alright, so that's gross. But why would you call Internet Computer Protocol is the name of it. Got a nice little, you would say, is that a falling wedgie? If it wanted to be a falling wedgie. These have a good chance of coming back to retest the breakout area about 314. So I would say just right off the bat, anywhere between $3 and $3.50 is a good little place to try to build you up a little bag of this just for some bigger target areas that it could be going back up to. I guess we should have talked about that, but I didn't because squirrel! Oh, snap! Look at me just make everything go crazy here. Have that effect on computers. I'm like, hey, baby. All right, so yeah, back up here to the C line, $15. Sounds crazy right now. I know, right? I know. Here's our targets: $8 and $13 for just a local leg right here. Sounds crazy, right? I even forgot. I gotta leave a note for me. I've gotta check on my ICP position or see if I still got one, or maybe I'll open one up on few. I want to play this one. All right, there we go. Maybe I'll remember it after the show there. So, all right, we got this, and then we also got Zcash, which is doing amazing. I gotta say, look at the target area that we had there. Look, Helen. To everyone watching, it looked like we put them out of thin air, but we didn't. But look how it responded. I know, ignore this one. I know it went over, but look at this one. It just went right to it. That's crazy. We're flagging out over here to the upside. All right, so nice little parabolic move out of this guy, hitting all of our little zony zones. Love that. I'm like, well, when are you going to chill the F out in Zcash? Because I'm running out of Zcash to sell right now. And I'm like, well, I'm having to borrow Zcash to sell. And I'm kind of like, well, stop going up because I don't want to keep borrowing any more of you. So since we can confidently say, look, nailed it. I guess, we haven't done that in a while. We got to do that. That's where the algorithm. I'm sorry. This may make some people take a break from the show or something, but for the algorithm's sake, the YouTube algorithm, hey man, I don't tell what to do. Is everybody that clicks on this stuff tells it. It's like, why is there so much? Why are there so many naked women out there on the internet? Why? Because they like to be naked for money, is what I'm getting. So if you quit getting them money for being naked, they don't be as naked as much. But even though they talk about, oh man, so, I can't believe you watch porn. I can't believe you put it out there for me to watch so much. This is not an admission of guilt or anything. We're going to move on now and try not to be so political and dividing here. We'll keep our vibes. We need a little cowbell and some Jesus right now. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. I was in the middle of doing something and I got lost. It happens. You just went down the crazy rabbit hole with Road Dog. What we're doing is I'm looking for my nailed it signs over here. Where are you, nailed it signs? Because if you don't toot your own horn, I guess your horn don't get tooted at all. And I like my horn tooted sometimes. I don't know. It tickles, but it does. What are we doing? This was crazy. So here was a nailed it. Here's the nailed it, and we throw up the big turkey head and go, oh look. Nailed it. And we put this one, and we just posted over in our vanity wall because whatever. And here, I tried to make this as quick as possible. Take a picture, go over to the Telegram group, and in the vanity wall, which we happen to be in right now. This was Zcash. And all this is really saying is just attesting to the power of the fibs and the AB equals CD pattern that we play here so often. Yeah! I'm just saying. Yeah, if you go to some other YouTube shows and they're saying, look, nailed it, they're all trying to say, because of their particular skill and finding this particular level and blah, 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 and their special little thing and their little sauce. I am showing you a way to do this where anybody can do it. It's mathematical. It is mathematical, therefore it's got some element of science to it. And it's repeatable, testable, and repeatable. So there's a little bit more of an edge to it than, someone's interpretation of something. And if you hang out, you can learn it. Or if you dive and read from some of the traditional TA people out there, you can learn it too. All right, let's also take a look at Zen. This is Ryzen. Look at you at $20. Oh my God, nobody loved you when you were 11 over here. Everybody thought you were going to hell. I mean, sure, you got up to 17 before, back in October. Yeah, that was good. Before then, you were down to like $6. Everybody hated you. Thought, no, that's a boomer coin. No, who wants that? That's only got 21 million coins anyway. What the hell's it gonna do? And then here you are. When we zoom out, we see, yeah, this is what we want to see when we're down in the dirt. That's why you don't hear me talk crap about the coins that are down here like this, right? We kind of know what to look for. We either got a rounding curve, a flat bottom, or sometimes we get like this one. We got the lower low. Beautiful. No matter how you look at it, man. This is getting in at $8. It was on the radar. However you want to draw it out. But look at you now up at $20. Yes, I'm in on this one because we talked about it when nobody else wanted to talk about it. Because it's got the tokenomics speak for themselves, ladies and gentlemen. As long as a simple process, which projects still have the best tokenomics that could actually make some gains if they got some traction. And Zen has won. I mean, the other people are coming in today like, we told you about it 3 weeks ago. Yeah. And I'm like, you started picking up after everybody started chasing. I know. We talked about it a year ago. Now that I'm just trying to 21 million, just trying to lean on things guys can conviction, and if I see it, I'll keep repeating it, right? 21 million of these $358 million market cap, 17 million circulating supply. There's your answer, ladies and gentlemen. There's your answer compared to, and this is going to offend some people, and I'm not trying to because I'm in on this too, but take something like Caspa, also proof of work chain, but the difference is, yeah, maximum supply 28 billion, and you wonder, why are we hanging around 5 cents? Why wouldn't it go up anywhere? Because it is saturated AF with $1.4 billion market cap, and it's only got 5 cents per token. Because there's so many, there's 26 million out there. So there's only a few more billion left to be mined out there, according to this. How the hell did y'all mine so much so quick? They got it all out there very soon and flooded the market with all the coin supply. And now the miners, I mean, I got 2 miners and they're not anymore running really, but they are. But I'm like, why? But here we go. Tokenomics makes a difference in performance. It does. I know Caspa was hot for a while. Will she ever get past 20 cents? It's got to do a 5x from here. What are we looking at? Getting back to a $10 billion market cap? What? $10 billion? Where the hell would Zen be if it got to 10 billion? Because it's only at 358 million. It hasn't hit a billion yet. If it got to that 10 billion, crazy prices, right? Not saying that it will. I ain't saying that it won't. Doubt it will. But if it does, I told you here first. Okay, so there we go. We got that out of the way. All right, so here we are at our first target. Right there, rejection point for Zen, Horizon Zen. Might get a little pullback from here. I would be looking $17. Night 3-2 Fibonacci would be nice. Just retesting the high over here. Maybe come down to 15. I don't know. We'll see. We'll dial that in when we need to do it. Until then, I still got hope for $30 coming. Whether we pull back and get there, probably will. Or we just shoot on straight up to the moon. I'm cool with that too. All like you, Zen. I'm in you to win you. We're stacked up and ready to start selling on the people chasing the flag to the upside, because that's my strategy. I like to sell on people buy flags. Me, and so do all the other market makers. Well, market makers. All right, how about this guy that we've talked about for the longest time, even when nobody loved it? This Tau. Look at that. Oh my gosh, is that a target that got? That's crazy. Are we going to have to do this all night? Is this what we're having to do? Are we just going to have to just going to put up nailed it targets all the time? Like, oh yeah. They're like, it's just a 618. 618. You can do this too. 618. You just know where to pull from, and you can do this too. If this is impressive to you, some of you are like, you're kind of off from that. You suck, Rodog. You're with the 536. You need to tighten up your game, mister. And I'm like, yeah, it might be a little too anal on this, but hey, man, we've all been there, right? I mean, not. Whoa, wait. Don't take that the wrong way. Okay, wait. How long we have almost got our hour in. This show's almost over, people. I still got so much to do. All right, so Here we go. First target. Nailed it.
So fine, perfect start.
And I'm just going to take a picture of this with my gorgeous turkey face. Hello, gorgeous turkey face. Nailed it. Now I gotta put a little arrow here for people that can't see this too well. And oh look, right there, nailed it. Right here. See, nailed it. We'll post that. I haven't been doing this in a while. I've just been ignoring them lately, but we're trying to grow this channel and grow our attention over here to what we're doing, right? I don't know. What time frame am I? Nailed it! Fib Magic. All right. So what's he gonna do now, punk? What are you gonna do now, Tao? Now that you got rejected at the $534 area? Well, shucks, if she's gonna follow with our pattern idea. However, that's working out. We'd look for it to come back and test the bomb this trend line for one thing. If we want to look at our Fibonacci's, which is otherwise, that's usually what I do. I want to look for 3-2, but I got a feeling that it might be the 0.5 that holds. So, should you go with your feelings, or well, I'm just going to put it up there. It's a nice big impulse move up. Looks like she's on her way for an ABC correction, right? If we're looking at that, we got 3 humps and then a dump. Well, the dump usually comes in a zigzag, like a Harry Potter lightning bolt. Yeah. So the easiest way that I can explain Elliott wave to you without getting into the technicals is that you got 3 humps and then a dump, and your dump, you're a badonkadonk dump. Well, this part it's the 3 waves. Boom! It makes the old lightning bolt. Oh my God! So 3 humps up that up. So that's kind of Elliott wave price structure, and that's a common structure even if you're just looking at it as a pattern, right? You might also see it as something like this, or maybe it has a trend line that, that's common to see it come out like that too, right? How all this stuff kind of overlaps here. But it does point us back to coming back down here about 467 per Tau. Look at that. And we would rather it bounce from there or the one higher rather than the, typically when somebody's pulling their fibs out or something, they're always looking for the 618, right? And there's a reason for that, and how you're that's an idea, but it's not the main idea, right? That's like you're always looking for the 618, always, every time. No, there's a little bit more to it than that. A little bit more. So if you're all looking for the 618, you might get it, but you might be disappointed. And if you do get it, it's actually a little bit more of a sign of a weaker move. It means it's losing some strength in this momentum if we hit that 618. We don't want it to do that. We want it to keep its momentum. That says Tau. And let's take a look at LPT. That's the one that MG was playing, and that's on my list here. Look at you, a $6 live here, for real? Almost said the N-word. Oh my God. Nescafe chocolate. Coffee. What'd you think of us? My Nescafe. Look at you.
Market cap, let's get it. Roll down, trading wild, so with it. Clicking on the screen, digits like the dark.
It's break time. You gotta get up and you gotta move around like every so many minutes, or your arteries harden or something crazy, whatever. I don't know. Come on, everybody. All right, you ready? It's Saturday night. You gotta move around a little bit. All right. So what's over here? All right, so I'm dying to draw a trend line here, but I just can't get it out of me. I got too much soul in me. Soul, let's see. Oh. Hey, looky here, breakout. 4-hour candle. Oh my goodness, are we touching some of them nasty, bigger moving averages over there? I bet the devil is involved. I bet Lucy's involved with this. Is there a red moving average up here that we're finding some resistance on? The devil trying to keep us down. Oh, she's right there on top. My goodness, here on the 4-hour time frame, little Miss Lucy. Nice breakout though. So LPT, that's a good profit taking area, just to shave a little bit off, because it could lose some of this luster, start coming back down to 550 or something for a little bit. Maybe from there we can do a little something. Let's finesse our trend lines here on the 4-hour. 2 touches, 1 touch is there. Support resistance, flippage. Failed recovery, trend line this way. I like that. So we're seeing some more resistance up ahead here about 708. We pull our Fibonacci's. Hey man, pull the fibs. Well, I'm pulling them, but they ain't showing up. What's up with that? Let's try it one more time. 3rd time's a charm. Oh, there we go. All right, so yeah, let's stick a little bit more with the fibs here. 618's coming up as a nice little target area, a payday area. That it might see a little, come back down. But if we get back into the pattern, well, actually, I'd be looking for this one up here in the red line, about 858. But that will throw this little guy on here too, about 805. I would expect some kind of reaction at all these levels. It could be flagging, it could be a total rejection at that level, or maybe it consolidates below it or right above it, and then we continue. So, but there will be some kind of reaction, or else we wouldn't play the fibs like we do. We wouldn't have so much confidence in the fibs. Because if there's any psychic indicator out here, I'm convinced it's Fibonacci, which is not really an indicator, it's just math. We just got an easy way to visualize it, which I'd rather do visual math than calculator math, because calculator math sucks. I hate calculator math. I don't like calculator math. Or pen and paper math. Any path that involves me having to think inside my head and calculate, I'm not a big fan of. Let's be honest. Gator Squad says, whales are buying the dark. Pools, they pump and dump. Yep. That's what Micah Taylor does. Buys all of his Bitcoin over the counter so he doesn't affect the price, unfortunately. Smart move. Let's take a look at Gator Squatch's coin tonight. And where did it? We had it and then we lost it. You sucker, dude. I had it on here. And can we go all the way back up there to get it? It is, it's a stock. It's DeFi Technologies DEFT. Okay, let's try and taking a look at DeFi Technologies on the NASDAQ. Oh, snap! She fell off a cliff. She's at $1.93. I've got no ways to look at the fundamentals or anything about this project. I'm just looking at the TA on it. And if we're looking at the TA, we can see a squeezing happening here. It's got plenty of room that can continue on down, so we don't want to get that twisted. But it appears to be like she's trying to round. And so I would say, yeah, this would be one to put on your radar if we are getting the rounding. And look, that fit nice. The only time that I like to even use this tool is when I can do it naturally. I don't ever want to come back in here and adjust it. I like it when it flows natural. That seems to be the best thing that works out. So this is very possible. Let's try a few other little tricks up our sleeve here, such as our Fibonacci. Are you giving me a 113 area right there? Yes, you are. So you're ticking off all my little boxes that this might be a bottom area here. Maybe we can incorporate this area down here at 171. If we're really trying to nail these bottom areas, yeah. If I can get you lined out here. We're gonna call this, oh man, this is the sweet ass buy zone. If you can get it. So that's the sweet ass buy zone. This is a song about W.D. Gann.
Guide us, Gan's legacy shines.
We're just going to use the little 2-3-6 technique on this and scale it down. It's an excellent little technique to get some strong support or strong targets, in my personal opinion and experience. And you should see some very, very key support resistance areas identified by doing it this way.
Gan's Oracle beat.
From Texas Fields, WD Gang Carter's name. Master the markets. Turn lost to gain. Top the highs in 29. Saw the crash unfold. Bottoms call with precision. A story.
All right, well, the 4 hour for this little booger. So I got 201, 219, and 251 for DEFT. Just as some local targets. This one being the main juicy one, 200 moving average is also up there. This may be the one I'm really kind of got my eye on here. Here to go from swing high to swing low. You get some confluence in this little zone. Not perfect, but that's 786 area right there. Perhaps we can even throw a little something right there. Higher high area would be in this little sweet ass cell zone right here.
This foundation so strong. Volume shifts, got it where he belongs. 7-year waves, a pattern he traced. Numerology.
This is the sweet ass TP zone. And toilet paper zone right there. So if your ass mixes it up there, you might want to wipe it clean a little bit and take a little profit. Sorry, God, I know it's Sunday. Oh, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. Okay. We're actually at the church tonight watching them. You go to church and you cuss everyone. It slips out. Sometimes. Not bad, but Jesus loves me anyway. He's very tolerant of me. As long as I keep trying. Alright, so 253, that looks like a good little area for some profitos on deft. Let me come back over to the chart here.
Gan's market Oracle beat. Tops and bottoms sway. Esoteric wisdom lies the trading day.
And oh man, have I missed a lot of? Let me go to the fan button and make sure I didn't miss it. Oh my gosh, look at all what we got going on over here. So we got the super chat tonight from Jim Derringer. Thank you so much for your support, my man. I appreciate that. We are 100% crowdfunding. I don't shill you paid courses or any of that stuff. I get on here live. Not too many videos, but live, because I hate editing. And we go over a lot of coin setups. We're looking at the market, trying to just navigate through this and find the good places to go in, and also teaching my style of technical analysis, my little eclectic grouping of techniques and tools that I've assimilated, not from just watching people on YouTube, but actually doing some deep dive study from some of the more prominent people. Not that I'm just the expert. Thomas Bukowski, we got to one of them, Larry Pevasanto, if I'm pronouncing his last name right, is becoming one of my favorites here, and I've still got a deep dive into him, but he seems to one that resonates a lot with me. W.D. Gann, Wyckoff, and there's a lot of wisdom to be. That's where you want to get your training, and not just anybody off of YouTube. And or if you do, are they giving you their sources? Where do they pick this up from? What are they teaching you? Where did it come? How can you verify it? Right? That's at least what I try to do here. At least give you some sources for it. Why to back up what I'm saying. And one of the main places I use is Thomas Bukowski, and you got a free site, thepatternSite.com over here, or you can buy his books. He's got books too. But he goes over a lot about chart waves. He goes to Elliott Wave too. I haven't really dug in too much on his teachings on Elliott. But rather than just throwing stuff at you that's been regurgitated that they learned from their mentor and their trading group, they said, hey man, I know if I make a paid trading group, I can be a millionaire, which you can, and they will make you a paid trading group. Hey, let me run this guy by you. Now, there's something I am planning on doing, and it involves our Telegram group, which is a trading group, right? There are two different areas over here. One is the lounge where all the cool kids hang out, where we also have an AI bot, right? This is an AI bot that can do lots of stuff, and this is over in the very free section over here. It does market. I mean, you can't even go over all the stuff it can do. You can even ask it a question if you do ask. So LLMs built in and all this other stuff. And they'll give you drink recipes or a free joke and stuff. They're corny, but and news and some of the stuff I know, Darren, I forget that this little bot can pull it up, and you can go check out the articles and stuff, and whatever it's talking about. It's really cool. It's really cool. But that's over into our Telegram group. That's in the lounge area. But there's this other area, this other group that we have, private group called the Chart Room, right? They may change, but that's where we got the vanity wall, the classroom, the trade setups, courses over there, and some other obvious WD GAN stuff, some stuff on AI agents. I don't think I've posted anything there for a while. Avi's Astro 51 area for Ave here, Medina in the chat. A little section over there. He got some very interesting things over there. I love to see what he posts over there. But anyway, I'm considering, and I ran this by the group, and talk about it here. But this is why I have not done this yet, but this is my plans to do. Now, all the other people out here, they get a Telegram or a Discord group, and they're charging $50 to $100 a month so that you can come in, and then they get people to do work and put all the stuff and be one of my elite traders and post charts. And so you're building up their brand, doing all the work behind them and all this other stuff. I don't go down like that, man. And I talk about it all the time. I've got a different model. Right now it's free, but what I'm planning on doing for my active members, and there'll be a way to kind of weed out who's active and who's not in the way to do this, but I am working on issuing NFTs. Now here you think, oh, you're just going to make NFTs and sell them? No, listen. I'm going to make NFTs, and everybody in here that's an active member that can claim them will get 2 of them, right? You will get one that gives you the OG pass to access the trading group. So you need an NFT to access the trading group. The other one is there for you to give away, to sell, to hang on to, whatever you want to do, but you could put it wherever we can sell the ton NFTs, or however I do it, Magic Eden, or however that works out. Okay? And what we get is the treasury gets 10% of the royalties is what we're trying to do. And that treasury would also probably pay your boy a little bit too, I'm just saying. But it would also fund some giveaways and some things like that. So that's what I'm looking at doing, and I'm diving into, and I will hopefully figure out a way to pull this off. But that's my take on. So it incentivizes more people to share, and even promote their group themselves, right? And also, I haven't yet figured it out, but rewards for the moderators and things like there. Maybe there can be another NFT. There might be some extra NFTs, or maybe a second drop. Or I don't know how to do that. I don't know if the second drop would work. Maybe if it gave you special access to something. I don't know. We're figuring out something. I'm ways to incentivize. I want this to be an ecosystem. I thought it would be called a co-op. It's not a co-op. It's not exactly a co-op, but it just does have rewards, and it gives people a way to earn, right? To pay back the people that made the group. You guys make the group, right? So why is it why is the only multimillionaire in your group the group owner? Ask that question. Why is he always got money and he's never down? Because if you got 1,000 people in your group paying you $100 a month, you got $100,000 coming into your account every month like clockwork. Easy to get to be a millionaire that way, even in the bear market, right? All right, so that's my take. Anyway, that's what I'm doing there. Let me come back over to the chat over here. So we got Haven sent some gift memberships. Thank you, Haven, so much for doing that. And so did Kelly. Kelly's been a member of the fan club. Can you look at... Oh, I didn't see that. You can actually type on these? I would have missed that, Kelly. I didn't see that before. Can you look at SWE BTC? I sure can. Let's get off of this. Let's go with SWE BTC. Now, is there any... Let me get back on crypto. Is there any place that already has it? There we go. Binance has it. I don't know how much of a history they have. So as always, I like to zoom out if I really want to get the real nitty gritty right. And looks like we looked at it way back here. So all this stuff is kind of old. So I'm going to go ahead and clear all that out since we looked at this particular chart. I guess, it's holding in a mid range right here. That's not bad.
Lost in the night, frustrated soul, exhausted from the fight. All coins feel damn, giving back every dime. Uncertainty grips, is a trapper in time.
So from this low to this high, we haven't. Let's still entertain this idea. Pay attention to him. Wouldn't come in our other direction here. We were here, went down there. We'll take him into consideration now. That was beautiful. I think this would be the best way to look at it. So we're not holding this area anymore, especially since the dump. And our 382 is now going to be some resistance for us, and that's sad. And it looks like we got a good chance to come back down here to this guy. On it's the Bitcoin pair anyway. This is on the weekly. Let's go ahead and get our trend line set up. That's a little suspect. Oh, that's interesting. I like that idea. I don't know. Oh, it's holding though. It's got something. Let's see what we got on a smaller time frame. Let's check that out on the daily. Have you got anything here on the daily? Can we make this happen without bending too many rules here? Actually, yeah. So this would have been your first trend line you're tracking. And that's why I don't give up on them. I keep following, keep tracking the little suckers, right? So you broke out and held it and then rolled it to the downside. And that sucks and that can happen. But it's respecting the trend line. So I want to keep this one because it's acting as support. And it was basically a channel that we were looking at, right? So we got out of the channel and we're holding it for support. Get back into the channel will not be good, and that's where we can see those lower targets. We don't want to see those. Did we get anything over here? Let me check a few things over here. Alright. I think you already did it. I think you might have already got that, right? With the wick, hopefully. Hopefully we're not coming back down this area. So, this channel's bullish, believe it or not, even with all this crap. I like that idea. I really hope we don't come back down there. Let's take a look at our indicators and see what they're looking like. Let's go to the 4 hour. 4 hours giving us a red dot there. That's a little concerning, but hey, man. Looking at, okay, this is not bad for those two. The other ones. So I see it squeezing down here. I'm going to be looking for this trend line to hold. We break that, and then of course we'll be looking down here for this support at 0.00011708 area. But I'm really kind of seeing a good chance that we come up and test this area and maybe back up here at these moving averages over here. I would draw a trend line, but they're pointing out to all this area right over here. So 0.0002906. It could see us coming back and retesting that, but it's going to be a little tricky for it right now, isn't it? Smaller time frames for even the 4 hour and 1 hour. They're looking like they're trying to roll over just a little bit here, but not many altcoins are doing good against Bitcoin at all. Probably some of the better ones that are doing good against Bitcoin are these guys like Zcash right here, which has just been killing it, and we still got a higher target up there for, was it 42? Yeah, you go get it, baby. I got limit orders stacked all the way up there, baby. I'm just watching my Bitcoin grow on spot, trading spot Bitcoin pairs and Zcash. Just got them stacked, letting it cash me out in Bitcoin. All right, so I don't know if I was able to help you too much on that, Kelly. It's just kind of in limbo right there on that one, but I think it can hold support from what we saw. So I mean that's where I'm leaning at for it. All right, so we've been going for an hour and 21 minutes. Not a 2 hour stream yet. That's awesome. You miss your girl, says Ave. Jack of all trades. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Did it pop up? There we go. Just had toilet paper on my hand. That's funny that you said that. That's those psychic turkey vibes, I guess. Okay, so Sweet Bitcoin looks a little bit like ETH Bitcoin, but a little behind ETH. I think it's a falling wedge. Dude, I think we saw that, right? There goes. See what my memory's like. We were on Binance, right? Yeah, well, I mean, right here. You could, I mean, let me zoom back out. I got a channel, but yeah, you could definitely put in a falling wedge. Actually, I think you'd probably see more people see it that way. I just always look for a channel. Some people might draw it like that. If you do that, you could get an ascending or a descending triangle out of it too that busts down. You could look at it that way. They always turn into channels though. So I was testing this other trend line out here. And you do have some. It could go down, don't get me wrong, but hopefully, and I hope it doesn't. The best thing to be judging that, of course, is going to be Bitcoin dominance. And I don't know if we really talked about Bitcoin dominance so much. This is it on the 4 hour. And we lost this main trend line. We got it dotted. I want to make it a line now. Just draw a big fat red. Make it scared of it. Red, I said. Look, it's bloody. Oh, don't touch it. Run away. I'll chop your head off. So we want to lose this and see Bitcoin dominance come down. And if that happens, it helps our altcoins. And I hope that's what happens. But the overall trend is higher highs and higher lows. Mostly a lot of higher lows out of this guy, right? Pushing us back over there to 60%. And making our altcoins just kind of not be too happy. Unless you're Dash, which is at $76 right now. You know, this thing was like a $28 just a few weeks ago, right? Nobody. Ooh, Dash, who wants to touch that? That's a boomer coin. Well, I guarantee everybody's chasing it now, ain't they? Mm-hmm. I can't believe Virtuals is doing so good, and I'm pissed at it. Or ICP. I hope I still got some of you. I gotta check that after the screen. Litecoin is at $100. We talked about that earlier, but we didn't ever look at it. Look at this old perpetual contract over here. What are you looking like on the weekly, Litecoin? Far away from $300-400 on Litecoin, but it can do it. It can. Now, Litecoin's another one. I mean, you fade it. Yeah, you know, Litecoin, who wants to be in Litecoin? This got nothing. It's a script-based copy of the SHA-56 Bitcoin thing, right? Script-based, not SHA-56. So it's a clone of Bitcoin essentially with just a few minor tweaks. One of those tweaks being the amount of Litecoin out there. Instead of 21 million, maximum supply is 84 million, of which 76 million have been mined so far. So you got about 8 million left to be mined over the next 50, 100 years or whenever that happens. Its market cap is $7 billion. Now that's not something to sneeze at in crypto. That's pretty freaking huge. And it goes hand in hand with Dogecoin. You mine Dogecoin by mining Litecoin. And I think that at some point, somebody's going to do something. It may not be this cycle, it may not even be next cycle. But I think at some point, somebody's going to look at trying to do something with Litecoin. As we get more technology and we can actually take these proof of works and maybe get some more smart contract style going in over there. But Litecoin, the cryptocurrency for payments. And this is what we'd always used to move money around because it was cheap, right? When we wanted to move money from exchange or from wallet to exchanges and stuff like that, we wouldn't pick the coin. Like if I wanted to move my Ethereum or whatever, or if I was trying to move money over, I would put it into Litecoin and then send it and then switch it back over to whatever I wanted to switch it to. That's what we would do because Bitcoin was more expensive and then but everybody had Litecoin. It was one of the most popular cryptocurrencies ever there. Kelly sent a membership. Awesome. It's like Kate Diggity got a membership. Hey, Kate Diggity. That gives you access over to the crypto YouTube membership videos. And I just put one up going over my iTrust account and the recent changes I made. I flipped some things out. Got rid of some of them that I don't have as much confidence in and put them in some that I do. And showed the benefit of being mostly heavy in Bitcoin instead of altcoins. And showed how that worked out over there. But I do plan on doing, YouTube's making it easier for courses. I'm looking into some of that stuff. It seems like I'm getting a lot of stuff going on right now. But I do plan on doing some more stuff over there in the membership areas. Probably some more live hands-on stuff in the meantime. And anything that somebody requests over there. Chris Klein says, I want to pick up a DG2 home miner sometime in the near future. Mine's Doge, Litecoin, Bells, and Aleo. DG2? I'm not familiar with that one. What is that? DG2 miner. Oh, cool. FFX. I've never heard of them. So it's an advanced script miner. Okay, that's well, we just got the picture of it. It looks very handsome and durable. Are we just going to look at the picture? There we go. What the? Oh man! Come on now, hit the back button. There we go. I guess I clicked on the mining now. Crypto bro. These are BT miners. I'm just trying to find some specs on it. Here we go. Let's see what it is. Miner hash rate's 18 gig? Or 18, not gig, but well, giga. How much is this little sucker? What are they running now? I didn't see the price on it. DG2. That's... oh my gosh, I remember when I mean, Litecoin miners back in the day, and they just get... The it was just getting so outdated so often, you never could get an ROI on them. Hopefully that's changed. But so it's script miner, so you can mine any. Is Pepe or a PP? Dingo, JKC, whatever is mining script that's still popular. There's some still coins out there, Litecoin and Dogecoin being some of those. So 35 20 watt. Oh wow, that looks like a sweet machine. How much is it? Oh, here's one that says $1,000, and then here's one that's like $8,000. What the? Buy 5 get 3 free. So which is it? $1,000 is a good deal. That would be decent. 8,000. I'm like, oh, you better. I'd rather have a Bitcoin miner, I believe. Huh. Cool. I'd like to get back into mining. Maybe if the windfall from this cycle ever comes in again, we'll be able to do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out. We're going to take one more last look at Bitcoin here on the very small time frame. Seeing the areas that we must reclaim over here that we have not reclaimed. We just saw the sign, must reclaim. Oh man, don't move it around. Don't move the goalpost. 117,484, and we're nowhere near that. Matter of fact, we're still underneath this resistance line that we just can't seem to get in. We're hoping that it turns into a bear trap idea, or is it going to be the bearish retest and we roll over? That would suck. I don't want it to. Please don't suck. We don't want you to suck. Here's the chart that I've been watching on the smaller time frames, mostly same thing. We're still below that resistance area. We need to come up and take out a 111,473. If we don't do that, then we could be looking at lower 104, and this could be just one of those rising channels or rising wedgies or bear flags at the downside or whatever. All of those can be correct there. But so far she's been holding sideways, and well, it could be an AB equals CD, and we might actually see something a little bit more like this. Matter of fact, I'm going to mark you right there as an AB equals CD target. An ABCD. I wanna do that. What is it? 113,590. Let's see if that happens. I didn't pull my fibs out. We're doing it the old-fashioned way, the one-to-one move from the proper place there. See what we can get there. Was it 113.5? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out. The markets are, well, it's the weekend, going sideways instead of going down. Some of these are doing pretty good. Some of them are just suffering, and that's crypto right now. We'll be back again tomorrow night looking at the market. Hopefully we'll come in after CME opens up, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and maybe they will pump us up, or maybe they will try to reclaim some ground, because we may or may not, just depending on the price action here, have a little gap for them to fill. I guess we could go ahead and take a look at that. Go over to the Christmas tree candles here on the Daily Ding Dong, and oh, is it up the gap to the upside? When was this? This was Friday, October 24th. Well, that closed here. They closed that one. This is where we were then at 110.3. We're at 1. Yeah, we don't have a gap yet. Don't seem to have a little gappy gap yet. There might be a reason why we're staying around where we are, 110,003. So we don't have a gap. Now over here, I got to say here on the daily, we're below the 9 moving average, but we might reclaim it. 21's up here. The other guys look pretty good. We got a chance to come back up here at 114. The other flip side of the story would be come back and retest the 200, but I don't see a reason to do it since that's where we wick down to. We don't need to talk to it too many times. So I see some hopefulness. I'm going to be hopeful that we can reclaim a little bit, but it is going to be a struggle and a fight. I don't see them blasting us to the upside on a real strong move just quite yet. But if they did, I wouldn't throw them out. I wouldn't be mad at them. Kind of looking more toward the mid of this week, 4th, 5th, something like that, to see what happens if we get some more bullish sentiment in this market. Traditionally, that's what we will see come around October, November. And remember, last October at Halloween time, it was sucky then too. It was the next week into it that we started seeing that, it turned around, and then a lot of people were too scared to take advantage of that because, well, the PTSD from all the bull crap we went through during that October. Kind of the same thing here, just a little bit worse. Guys, thanks for hanging out and going to the end screen, and I'll see you on the next one.
Bull run blues hit hard when the moon turned black. Dreamed of a Lambo, now I'm pushing the pack. Family's asking why I'm glued to the screen. Crypto is the ticket, now it's tearing the scene.
Started with 100, flipped it to $1,000. Told my girl we moving, drew lines in the sand. Bought the top on Tuesday, sold the dip on a prayer. While it's in the ICU, breathing thin air. Mom's on the couch saying, boy, get a job. But the chart's my religion and I'm dodging the saw.
Bull run blues hit hard when the moon turned black. Dreamed of a Lambo, now I'm pushing the pack. Family's asking why I'm glued to the screen. Crypto was a ticket, now it's tearing the scene.
Sleepless nights staring, red candles in my eye. Health on the back burner, eating cold fried. Wife's packing bags, saying this ain't the life. Crypto was a savior, now it's cutting like a knife. Friends calling nonsense, say I'm chasing a ghost. But the dream's still breathing even when I'm toast. And the year's a graveyard, but I'm digging the plot. One more trade,
One more shot. The dark don't last, like cracks through the crack. Or rise from the ashes, get my family back. Get my family back. Bull run blues hit hard when the moon turned black. Dreamed of a Lambo, now I'm pushing the pack. Family's asking why I'm glued to the screen. Crypto was a ticket, now it's tearing the scene. Bull run blues hit hard when the moon turned black. Dreamed of a Lambo, now I'm pushing the pack. Family's asking why I'm glued to the screen. Crypto was a ticket, now it's tearing the scene.
Whale in the deep, dumping at the peak. By the rumor, sell the news, make the news freak. Spoofing orders, walls on the screen. Pump the alt, then rug the dream. FOMO's the bait, panic's the hook. They're playing chess, we're reading the book. They flash the cash, we chase the spark. But in the end, they own the dark. Whale games, dumping in the dark. Riding the waves, leaving their mark. Whale games, laugh at the drop. Noobs get raped, whales never stop. Life, yeah, right. Watch trade the volume, fake the green. Spoofing the biz, clean the mean. Stop loss hunt, sniping the low. While we hold, oh, they steal the show. They're the sharks with the fish in the tank. One wrong move and your portfolio sank. They flash the cash, we chase the spark. But in the end, they own the dark. Whale games, dumping in the dark. Riding the wave, leaving them mark. Whale games, laugh at the drop. Noobs get raped, whales never stop. They're the kings of the chain, we're the pawns in the game. But one day we'll flip it, call them names. Chip flip it. Whale games, dumping in the dark. Riding the waves, leaving them all. Whale games, dumping in the dark. Riding the waves, leaving them all. Woke to the screen while it's turning red. Bought the high, now I'm seeing dread. Charts of wildfire burning through the night. Tried to fight the flame, but I lost the fight. Took its pulse, hit 110. Gas fever, poison in the pen. End of year forecast, doctor says it's weak. Wallace in the ER, and I'm feeling weak. The fever's climbing, hope's on the brink. Doctor's orders. Stop before I sing. Burn through the night, let the fever explode. Wallet's on fire, but I'm riding the road. Crash through the pain, let the ashes ignite. End of year fever, but I'm feeling the fight. Gave it some ice, sold the family ring, but the fever roared, made the market sing. Tried a cold shower, flushed the whole stack. Still the wallet coughed, and it's never coming back.
A little hopium.
Said rest, but I kept the bet. Now the fever spread, and I'm drowning in debt. End of year diagnosis, critical FOMO. Wallets in the morgue, but I'm stealing the show. The fever's climbing, hopes on the brink. Doctor's orders. Stop before I sing. Burn through the night, let the fever explode. Wallets on fire, but I'm riding the road. Crash through the pain, let the ashes ignite. End of year fever, but I'm feeling the fight.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. See you on the next one.
Left a scar on the screen, but I'm standing tall in the smoke and steam.